let's update a story that our cameras caught last night. A controversy that erupted at these World Championships. A rule was broken in this Helsinki building last night, but as Debbie Wilkes report, it is not a rule about any skaters' violations, a rule regarding those who judge the skaters.
During last night's pair competition, there appeared to be some kind of communication between members of the judging panel. The two judges in question, numbers 7 and 8, from Ukraine and Russia, were reportedly seen throughout the evening making eye contact and possibly communicating. Their marks and placements almost identical for the top 7 teams. The ISU rulebook states, judges must mark independently, and while judging, they are not permitted to converse with one another or to indicate errors by action or sound. The eventual silver medalists from China, Shuwei Shen and Hongbo Zhao, skated flawlessly, one of those performances that happens rarely in a skating career. In most people's opinion, clearly outskating the gold medalists from Russia, Elena Berezhnaya and Anton Sigurgulitsi. Following Shen and Zhao's skate, here's what our cameras recorded. The judge from Russia on your right, Ukraine's judge on the left. Our records show Ukraine's judges' marks were late being entered into the computer. Next, our cameras watched the response after the Polish team skated. First from behind, watch the Russian judge's foot. And again from the front, eye contact and possible nodding. A look at the ordinals for the top 4 teams show that Ukraine and Russia judged the same. Among the majority of judges to place the Chinese team second, but in the minority for the Polish and second-place Russian teams. Following the event, when the circumstances were explained to the ISU, the referee asked for a copy of the footage which was supplied this morning prior to the pair judges' review meeting. The ISU Technical Committee has also seen the episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, no doubt.
Oh, no doubt. Can I see it from the start?
Oh, let it keep going.
Okay,
You'll see the other angle. Watch.
Oh, absolutely. My goodness, the way they're working on it. So there he was talking to Bogdanova as well.
But Bogdanova decided.
Yeah, but it was another pair, this one. Look, he's nodding, he's talking to her, I'm sure.
Of course.
Yeah. Said something, and now he's directing this one.
Sally Stapleford is chairman of the ISU Technical Committee for Figure Skating.
We've got the video, and we look at the video, and we'll ask the referee in her report and study her report and see what she says, and some other people that were around that area. Then we'll study it at our next meeting and then make recommendations for sanctions if we feel sanction is required.
It's unclear whether the results were affected last night, but what is clear is the intent. There's a process for penalizing judges through suspension, but there is no process for skaters who've lost a championship because of unfair marking. If a country is hungry enough, it may consider that losing a disposable judge is far better than losing a gold medal.
Thank you, Debbie. Judging controversy, of course, has always followed the dance discipline over the last couple of years. We remember the debacle last year in Nagano. What about the judging panel for this competition, the original dance, Tracy Wilson?
Well, because of the problems they had last year, one of the changes that was made is they're drawing a different panel of judges for each event in the ice dance. This event, the judges were drawn only 30 minutes prior to the event. The judges were kept together to try and get rid of the politics. What I can tell you is it's a very fair panel. It doesn't favor the Russians or the French or the Canadians, so it's looking good for Shailin and Victor.
What about the original dance? Who does this favor? Obviously,